Hey everybody, Rory from ANSgear. We've got some Dye Headwraps up on the table right here. So this is all the current head wraps that we have, all the colorways, all the patterns, everything like that. So we figured we'd get them all out here and show them to you. So a head wrap typically is something that goes around your forehead to the back and Velcros in the back. Although I have seen on rare occasion head wraps that do tie in the back, but for the most part, they do have a Velcro attachment like this. Typically on the inside section, there will be a nice microfiber pad to offer padding to your forehead, as well as to absorb sweat, moisture, whatever happens to be pouring down your face when you're out there playing. So it offers multiple levels of protection, both on your forehead, on the top of your head, because you've got this mesh covering the top of your head. And then the mesh also hangs down over your back and shoulders to help protect you from the sun and the elements. So if you're looking for a little bit of extra protection from outside, check out one of these right here. This isn't going to really help unless you get shot right in the forehead as far as taking away the pain factor of getting shot with a paintball, but it does help with just the environmental effects of being outdoors and playing paintball. So this one right here, this is called Dye Cams. This is the Dye Cam head wrap. And again, we've got our straps with Velcro on the sides, our thick padding on the front. And for a head wrap, you typically flip it over your head, bring it back, and then bring your Velcro pieces together like that and tie it up. And then you can adjust this to be however you want over your ears, whether you want the parts that are hanging down to cover your ear, to come forward and cover. You can pull them forward. You can tuck them back so that they're out of the way. So you have this gorgeous flowing mesh mane right here. But you can do it any way you want. It's up to you. And then you can see how it hangs down over my back here to cover my shoulders and the back of my neck and everything. Many a time this has protected me from the sun and kept me from getting sunburned. So we got a bunch of different designs and stuff here. This one is called Flow right here with this kind of brown coloring on it. It's got browns and reds and black. We've got a Russian Legion version here where the wrap that hangs down says Moscow on there. So Moscow Red Legion or Russian Legion, however you want to call them. The Iron Man one right here. We've got a couple different versions of the Iron Man. So this one has kind of the mesh has a camouflage like Dye Cam print to it. And then the bottom has a red Dye logo on there. I don't want to bore you guys with folding this back up. So that one there. This Iron Man one has kind of just these red and white stripes down through here. Kind of looks like that. At the bottom there. And then this one here has a stitched or embroidered shield on the front of it right there. It is raised up off the front, so it is set up high. And this is just the standard Iron Man right here. The back or mesh, I believe, is just black all the way through that. And then the straps coming around have another stitched Iron Man logo, or not Iron Man logo, but name right there. So it is embroidered. This here is Bomber. So we got a Bomber Lime and a Bomber Gray. These have a printed mesh, although the print is very subtle. And then we've got the Bomber pattern through there. So Bomber Black Gray, Bomber Gray Lime, and this mesh is Lime Gray on that one. Lime Black, Lime Gray. These are called Global. Let me get this out of the way real quick. It's called Global. Global because it has kind of like, even though this isn't really a map of anywhere, no discernible like countries or states or anything like that. You can see that it's got these little airplanes and these little trails on them as the airplane is kind of flying around what looks like it could be land masses or continents or whatever. And again, that's on the mesh as well. So it's called Global, as in like global travel, dye all over. And then this one also, this is Global as well. This is the blue, red, and light green version instead of the brown, tan, and like olive green version right there. Ooh. Mesh on this one is kind of a darker gray and black with white planes. This is Eskimo Teal and Eskimo Rasta. So we've got those kind of like what you would see like on totem poles and things like that. This very native print here. And then that there. It reminds me of like killer whales, things like that on there. So that one is in the teal. And then we have that in a Rasta as well. It looks like the backs of these ones are, the mesh are the same color and same print. Well, the print's going to be the same, but the coloring looks the same. But the Rasta front is obviously different. Red, white, red, yellows, and greens. I believe this one's called Infused, right? Yeah, Infused. This is Infused Purple and Infused Navy. So we've got that on the back for the mesh right there. And then in the front and the straps. It's going to be fun to refold all these. So we got that one. This is the navy, Infused Navy. This is Logo Flage. So it's kind of like a play on camouflage, but using the Dye logo in all different forms to make their camouflage pattern. I don't know of many things in life that you would camouflage into with this flage of a pattern, but it is kind of cool. So Dye Logo Flage in red, and then we've got a Logo Flage in blue, which I've got right here, and then in black and gray right here. So Logo Flage blue, red, and gray, with just the fronts being different and the earpieces or the strap or whatever you want to call it, the tie, but the mesh hanging down is going to be the same. This is Bamboo, and you can see the mesh going back is a bamboo print on there with the bamboo front. This is Bamboo Green Black. And then the last one we have at the top up right there is called Skinned. And even though the front panel doesn't look like anything that you would get skinned out of, it's really from the mesh hanging down. So it's kind of like a snake skin look to it right there. Skinned, and then just yellow all the way around, or lime. Because we don't really call it yellow. It's more of a lime. So Skinned in lime. All right. So Dye Headwraps, not headbands. These do cover your neck and your shoulders and your ears if you want them to. In Skinned, Bamboo, Logo Flage, Infused, Rasta Eskimo, Rasta Eskimo, right? Yeah. And Rasta Teal. And then we've got Flow, Russian Legion, Ironman, Bomber, and Global, as well as this one. What do I have on again? Oh, I should have on the Die Cam. So the Die Cam head wrap right there. So get on the website, check these out. They're available there. All these colors, all these prints on the website right now. Pick yours up today at ANSgear.com.